What's up everybody, Zach here with Sew Yeah Quilting. Today I'm going to show you how to make this awesome sweet and simple quilt. Let's get started. Alright, to make this quilt you're going to need 5/8 yards of your 3 different focal fabrics, as well as 2.5 yards of your sashing fabric. Alright, I've already gone and cut down all my pieces, but let me give you the rundown of what's going on. For my centerpiece fabric, that is always going to be cut to a 5" by 5" square. And then for my 2 accompanying fabrics, one is going to be a 10" strip by 3.5 inches, and the other one is going to be a 5" strip by 3.5 inches. Then for our sashing, we want one cut to 10 inches by 2.5 inches, and the other piece cut to 5 inches by 2.5 inches. Okay, for your 2 accompanying fabrics, you're going to alternate those cuts. The 10" by 3.5" strip and then the 5" by 3.5" strip. You're going to have, as you can see right here, like we've got this yarn fabric that is a 10" by 3.5 inch, and this one here is a 5" by 3.5 inch of the same fabric, and then vice versa here. Alright, one thing to keep in mind with this quilt is for your 2 accompanying fabrics, you're going to alternate those cuts. What I mean by that is, as you can see here, I've got this gray fabric, and this is a 10" by 3.5 strip. And then here, I've got the same gray fabric that is a 5" by 3.5 strip. So you're going to be cutting both of those big and little rectangles out of both of your coordinating fabrics. All of the instructions for this are on the link below, so just print that out and it'll be really clear and simple. Okay, to get started, I'm going to take my long piece of sashing and just lay it right sides together over my big accompanying piece and sew this together. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and take my centerpiece fabric and sew that to my little piece of sashing. Just like that. And then lastly, I'm going to take my smaller accent piece and stitch that to my smaller piece of sashing. Alright, now that I've got these pieces sewn together, I'm going to go ahead and iron everything out flat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and iron this out, making sure to iron over to the dark side. Join the dark side. There we go. And then same thing here on our smaller pieces. Let's iron that one over. Alright, now I've got these pieces ironed out, I'm going to go ahead and stick these 2 together. And this will be our final seam for this block. Alright, now I've got my first block finished. I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to alternate the 2 coordinating fabrics to make our second block. Alright, again, I've already got these pieces pre-cut, but as you can see, exact same layout, except I've just switched these 2 fabrics. So let's go ahead and sew this one together and then finish up the quilt. There. Okay, and then one more time, I'm just going to iron everything out and then sew the final seam, and then we'll get all these blocks sewn together. Just go like this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sew our last seam here. While I'm here, I'm just going to throw in a shameless plug for our awesome cordless irons. Please check out our Destashes Saturday night, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So now, we'll go ahead and sew this final seam. Alright, as you can see here, I've got my 2 different quilt blocks. I'm going to go ahead and start sewing these all together into rows and then finish that all off into our quilt top. Alright, I've got my first few blocks sewn together, and as you can see, I'm putting a piece of sashing in between each one as I'm sewing them each together. And then I'm just rotating them randomly. Just use whatever is going to look best, or whatever orientation is going to look best for the particular fabric you're using, and that gets you this effect that you can see right here. So I'll add this last piece onto this row, and then sew this row to my quilt top. Go like, yeah, it looks alright. Alright, so that row is done. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my quilt top. Alright, my quilt top is finished and it's looking awesome. I'm going to take this over to my in-house long armor and get it quilted. If you like this pattern, please check out the link in the description below where you can download a free pattern. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and please share the videos with your friends. It means the world and it really helps us out. My name's Zach, teaching how to sew like a pro. We'll see you next time on Sew Yeah Quilting.